Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram here. As we know, the World Cup is all over, but it has ended up in a sort of a controversy whether the 6 runs that was awarded to England of that overthrow, which actually rolled off the Guptill's throw from the boundary and which hit the bat of Ben Stokes in a very inadvertent fashion and rolled on to the boundary. Today, the umpire Simon Toffel, the former cricket umpire, international umpire, one of the well rated cricket umpires, Simon Toffel, has come out in the media saying that probably it was a bit unfair, but he does not blame them, but he says that probably the spur of the situation probably prompted the umpires to take such a decision, which one can understand as the umpires are under severe pressure. But one thing that I would like to say on this cricket show is that I would love to say that if the ICC could look into it and they could declare New Zealand and England as the joint winners of the World Cup 2019. Well, if that happens, I think that would be something which would be very creditable because under the circumstances, I think England also have to agree that New Zealand definitely have a share in that because, as you know, something has gone against them. But nevertheless, not taking any credit away from both the teams, but I think it would be in the fitness of things if ICC could come up with a ruling saying that the recent World Cup 2019 would be shared between New Zealand and England. So that's my take on this particular show. Right. So now let's get on. So as I said, it's going to be a very short cricket show today. So as you know, I have not been able to do any justice to my cricket show. As I said, I'm having a lot of pressing commitments at home, and unfortunately, I'm not been able to come along. But as I said, when I find time, I'm always with you. So let's talk about some things other than the World Cup now, because World Cup is all over now. So again, all the teams are back into their respective places. So just let me start off by saying that we are looking at a match between Ireland and Zimbabwe. Where Zimbabwe have been struggling. They got they lost against Netherlands, and against Ireland they struggled. And here we are, the 20 T20 right now. The series is level with the final one yet to come. And Ireland yesterday made 171 for 9, and Zimbabwe romped home to a 8-wicket victory. Craig Irvine and Sean Williams doing a very fine turn there for the Zimbabwean team. Other than that, the news that I have is of the second unofficial ODI. India have already won that particular ODI. This is a tour by the India A team of the West Indies, and India A and West Indies A actually had their second one day international being played at North Sound in Antigua. Now, India A, if you look at the card there, the bunch of hopefuls, one could say, mustered 255 for 8 of their 50 overs. The principal scorer being the man of the match, Rituraj Gaikwad, who made 85 of 102 deliveries, 5 fours and 2 sixes. Shubman Gill, they had a very good start. In fact, they had a 151 run opening wicket partnership between Rituraj Gaikwad and Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill making 62 of 83 deliveries, which included only 4 fours and 1 6. As you know, Shubman Gill is someone who has already got the taste of international cricket, as we all know. Shreyas Iyer is the one. We all know what Shreyas Iyer is. So Shreyas Iyer was out for just 2 runs. Manish Pandey is captaining the side. He has not been in some great form, but IPL definitely brought his form back. So Manish Pandey made 27 of 40, 3 boundaries. Hanuma Vihari, as you know, already went on the tour of Australia. Hanuma Vihari made 23 of 28, 1 4 and 1 6. It's very good to see this Indian A team, which is looking very, very strong according to me. Ishan Kishan, another very good player. He made 24 of 17, 2 fours and 1 6. Akshar Patel 13, Deepak Chahar 2, and Rahul Char, the leg spinner who made waves in the IPL 2019, as you know. And KK Khalil Ahmed, the pace bowler, the left-arm pace bowler, too. And Nitesh Saini. 255 for 8 of 50 overs by the India A team, batting first. Shepherd, 10 overs. Shepherd was the most successful bowler, bowled 10 overs, 1 made and 36 runs and 4 wickets to R. Shepherd. Akeem Jordan, 10 overs, 1 for 56. Reefer, 9 overs, 1 for 52. Raymond Reefer. Cornwall, as you know, is the very well-built person. Cornwall, 10 overs, 1 for 45. Peary, 8 overs, 1 for 44. And Roston Chase, 3 overs, none for 18. Now, West Indies were given a target of 256 runs to win from their 50 overs. And the only player who played well was Raymond Reefer, who made 71 of 105 deliveries, 7 fours and 3 sixes. Other than that, they had Ambrose contributing 24 of 31, 3 boundaries, and 34 coming from the lower order, when Shepherd, who did a wonderful job with the ball, also did a great job with the bat. But he could not get anyone to actually support him, and the West Indies A team were bowled out for 190. Thus, the Indians winning the match, winning that particular match, and taking a ODI series lead of 2-0. And Shepherd made 34 not out, 41 deliveries, 2 fours and 1 6. But if you look at the card, and the man who did the damage was N. Saini, who bowled 8.5 overs, no maidens, 46 runs and 5 wickets. A very impressive spell with that. Rahul Char chipped in with 2 for 47. Akshar Patel did a good job, 8 overs, 3 minutes, 1 for 21. Khalil Ahmed, 9 overs, 1 minute, 1 for 32. And Deepak Chahar, 8 overs, 1 minute, 1 for 40, none for 41. Now, if you look at the West Indies A card there, James Campbell was dismissed very cheaply by Khalil Ahmed for just 5 runs of 6 deliveries, 1 4. Ambrose, who was recently recalled to the World Cup, as you know, in the absence of Andre Russell, he made 24 of 31, 3 boundaries. Raymond Reefer, as I said, was the highest scorer, run out 71 of 105 deliveries, 7 fours and 3 sixes. Roston Chase was out for just 2 runs, and that was the problem area for them. Jay Carter made 10 runs. Roman Powell was out for naught. Dowrich 5, Cornwall 13, Shepherd 34, Peary Duck, Akeem Jordan 8, and India A won the match. As I said, this is a 5-match series, so one more win and India A would be taking the ODI series. So the 5-match series right now. So that is as far as that particular match is concerned. The other news that I have is that, as you know, the England Lions are actually playing with the Australian side. As you know, Australia is now preparing itself for the Ashes series. The Indian team would be announced for the West Indies tour. Probably on July 19th is going to be the selection. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, to me, after what happened in the World Cup, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, probably looking at what the media is presenting itself, it looks like the days of Mahendra Singh Dhoni are numbered. Probably it would be good for him to retire in a very graceful manner. So just talking about this match, we are talking about the Australia A tour of England at Canterbury. Australian 11 were the ones who batted first and put on 300 and they were all out for 397. There were centuries for Travis Head, not out 139 of 240 deliveries with 20 boundaries. Matthew Wade, as you know, Matthew Wade had come to for the World Cup just before 1 or 2 matches, but he was not given an opportunity. But that was due to, I think, if I'm not wrong, without Usman Khawaja getting injured. But Matthew Wade has been in some prolific form in the Australian domestic season, and what a performance from him! He made a century, and a sort of a really an attractive century at that. 114 of 147 deliveries, 16 fours and 1 6. Burns making 19, Harris 34, Marcus Harris. Patterson made 32, Mitchell Marsh 38 with 6 boundaries. Tim Payne, the captain, was out for naught. Michael Nesser not, Tremaine not, Jackson Bird 11, and Holland Duck, and 397 all out. The main bowler for England was Sam Curran, who did a wonderful job. 23 overs, 3 maidens, 95 runs, and he nipped up 6 wickets of the Aussies. And Gregory gave him company. 22.5 overs, 5 minutes, 65 runs, and 3 wickets. 1 for 68 for John Porter. Robinson was a bit expensive, on the expensive side. 17 was done for 70. Leach got a bit hammering there. 17 overs was Kane for 75 runs. Now, this is a 3-day fixture, as you all know, and the England A batsmen, the England Lions, responded with 232 for 6 at close of play. Zach Crawley made 15 of 16. Sibley was the highest scorer, 74 with 8 boundaries. Ben Foakes 8. Sam Northeast 2. Bracey made 37. Sam Hain 39. Sam Curran, after doing a very good job with the ball, was doing a good job with the bat as well, as he was unbeaten on 32 with 3 fours and 1 6. And Jackson Bird and Tremaine had shared 2 wickets apiece, and 1 wicket each to Mitchell Marsh and the spinner John Holland. So that's the situation. So as I said, it's a very short cricket show today. As I said, the World Cup is all over, so I just wanted to touch on it. So definitely what I'm going to do is I'm going to be posting this link on Twitter, so anyone wants to see, they can look at it on Twitter. So well, dear fans, there's nothing much to add as far as today is concerned. It's your